Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome in. Let's see what we've got here. We need to go to a new scene. Camera has its lens cap on, which is not good. Is it going to burst into action, do we think? Come on, webcam. Do your thing. Right, it should be there now. It should be there and ready. Yes. We are there and ready. I'm a bit big in this window. Oh, and we've got a bit of a strange thing. Oh, I think we might need a background. Let's see if we've got an image that we can just pop in the background. Let's see if we've got something suitable. It doesn't really need to be anything extravagant or anything like that. It's just, I wonder if I use this one and then just pop it at the back. That'll do. That will do for now, I think. I might just transform it and fit it to screen. There you go. That looks good. We'll have that. We'll have it like that, I think. Let's okay that. It gives a bit of a background feel. So, yeah, so welcome in. Welcome back. We're going to be doing some GM prep today. And we don't seem to have all my... let's just grab my sound applications and pop it in here. And then we should have, yeah. We've got a bit of background music coming in. So if you remember, this is a classic fantasy imperative. And we've been looking at what happens after this adventure. And last time we set up this in Roll20, if you remember. And this was our friend Percy down here. And then we had started work on Jezebel's house. And this was Jezebel's house, if you remember. And had this, and this was the outside. We got sore lips. I think what I'm going to do is reduce this down a bit. That looks good. I don't know how big this can be and still be read, but we'll go with that. And then if people can't read it, then you can let me know. And we had done some work on the ground floor, if you remember. Hey, Darth Picard. Thank you for the look. Thank you for the look. And we had put some spiders in this room. And I thought I had a spider lurking outside. Oh, yes, it's here, look. Just on my GM layer there. So we had that. And if you remember, up at the in the attic, this is where we were going to have some people firing out, if you remember. So I need to sort this. And then we have this first floor. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the first floor at all. I think I'm going to leave it how it is, because I think the group will get straight down into the cellars. And this is where the all the fun is going to happen. So let's see how far. Oh dear, sorry. Residents. We've done the journey. Encounter with the necromancer. Oh yeah. So this is the one that we were writing up about, and if you remember, we had just sort of like jotted some ideas down, and there are several things that I wanted to do down here, because I wanted, let me just see. So these are the stairs that go down to the cellar. So on the ground floor, I presume they're here. So this must be where they go down. And what I want to make sure that I've got, I want to put a door here. And so what I want to put in this part here, doors open, Jezebel followers. Oh, yeah. So here we had put that the door is locked, possibly maged lock. And what I thought to be really fun to do here is almost like not make it mage lock, but and sealed with a riddle. Because what I wanted to put here is a conflict pool that would match insight versus the lock. So insight and then their power as a pool. Or we could do average of power and intelligence. As the pool. And then the lock, up here, I've got some set up. So a normal would be 11 points and a skill of 50. Lock 50%. Pool of 11. So the idea of a conflict pool is that the 1 minute time, 1 minute. So the idea of a conflict pool is quite simple. So the party will be rolling that one person will use their insight, and the lock will roll 50% as a skill, and whoever wins removes a 1d6 from the other person's pool. So the idea is that in order to work out the riddle, the party there's somebody with insight needs to roll on it and reduce it from the 11. Okay, and that's the key thing. And every round takes a minute. Now, what's going to be happening at the doorway? This is my plan. Is that we're going to have some attacking. There's going to be people attacking. So the party are going to have to deal with the attackers, but also try to get this door open, because behind the door, they can hear Jezebel summoning something. And this sort of like threat that if they get to the end, she's going to finish the summon. There's also Percy here, who can help the party in order to gain favor with Jezebel. Okay. So this is quite nice. I quite like this. So let's have a look at setting up this attack. So first of all, this is the first floor. We got some windows here and here. So let's let's just go back. Go back to here, because this do these have people, mobs attached to them? Necrobashing. Yeah, they do. So that's good. Okay, then. So if we copy that and we come into Jezebel's house, and then the first floor, if we put one here and one here, let's just get rid of that turn order. The other thing that I need to do is check what my what's my distance on here. 1 equals 5 foot. That's cool. Okay, let's just pop on the grid just to start off with. There we go. That's a little bit better. So if I take these now, we look at Jezebel's house from the outside, then I think one of them will be here. And one of them, right, so if we copy and paste that there, and then paste one here. And then we need some dogs. Now, did we make up the sheets for the dogs? Oh, yes, guard dog. Here we are. Hey, Cascade, how you doing? Hope you're looking good and feeling super duper fine. Yeah, no worries, Cascade. Thank you just for lurking. I appreciate that so much. There's going to be 2 2 dogs that come running out, and then these players, these are going to be in range, hopefully. What's the range? They need to be within 30 foot. So what did I give them? Let's see what I gave them. Light crossbow, 30 foot. So they're in sort of like medium range. So they can't call shots. They can't choose locations, but they are in range. And then these beasts will run out and grip and grapple. That's what they'll do as these other people fire down. Okay, so that's good. And then they come into the ground floor. We've got Belle here just so I can see what it's going to look like. She doesn't have any. We got the spider here. Spider room's there. Oh, there's also a back door. Oh, that's interesting. I bet somebody thinks about going through the back door. That would be so cool if they did. So let's grab some of these and put them here like so. They're going to be up at the top. So they will be here and here. Okay, and then also on the ground, also there, we're going to have these dogs that'll be like in the kitchen. And they'll come running out. So they're actually here. Hang on, let's go to the first floor. They're here and here. And then on the ground floor, the dogs are here. So they will come out of that door. Now, whichever way they go in first too, then what we can do, did we put lighting on this? Oh, some of it. Look, we've got some of it done, but not everything. Okay, we got to finish that. Whoever sort of like goes first and the others can come down here. Now, this is a very narrow kitchen, isn't it? Very narrow. There's just going to be like one abreast in here. And oh, well, that just adds to it, doesn't it? Brilliant. Okay, then. Right, so I've put that the house had various traps, but we're not going to do that. I don't think we'll need that. And I don't want that to happen. And we don't want that. Okay, then. Large dogs, dogs leap and grapple. We don't need that anymore. Follows have been stationed. Both the front, oops, and rear are protected. I'm going to copy all that and then get rid of it. Do that. Right. A riddle. So we need to think of this riddle. Creepy riddles about death with answers. Here we go. These are not what I want. Despised by I by knave and liar, after me the wise inquire. I rise above all death and fire. What am I? The truth. Right, we'll have that. That's a nice one. That do so. That's the riddle. Yeah. So I never think that the players should sort out the riddle. I always think characters should do it, and hence why there'll be a conflict pool here. Because I just don't like it that, you know, the player who's playing the dumb barbarian actually says, I know the answer, you know, because it's the player's understanding rather than the character. So I always like to make sure it's the characters that are doing the work. As the party are trying to remove the seal from the door, they will hear Jezebel summoning in the basement beyond. At the same time, the second group of followers will attack from behind to try and prevent the party from going into the basement. Nice. Do we have spiders sorted? Giant spider. Yeah, we do. Okay, then. So what I need to do here is that I need to link it to giant spider. And we got some more in here. To link. These are all giant spiders. Ha ha. It has to be. Yes, Cascade. Hurrah. Somebody who thinks the same as me. How scary is that? You think the same as me. Right. So this is going to be a really tight room for them, which I really like the idea of. It's sort of like, where do these stairs go up to? Oh, they just come up here, look, onto the landing. So that's all right. So if they wanted to, they could go up there. Okay, so now let's have a look at this cellar. So this looks like a sealed, like, crypt. I can't see any doors on it. Here's a door. I think this is the seal or the archway. Okay. Ooh. What's a beholder zombie? I like the look of that. So there's plenty happening up here then. Okay, so let's just save that. Let's just have a look at what that looks like to make sure I can follow notes. That's good. That's fine. Okay, then. So that goes back up to here. And now we've got encounters with the necromancers. This is the next one that we have to do. So let's go back here. And I encounter with the necromancers. And I don't think I've got anything in here. Encounter, that's all I've got. Her father is a spirit haunt. Okay, then. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to open this area up. Let's just search everything for rocks. Let's put this onto the token. Oh no, let's go to the map layer. Let's put these on the map layer. Okay, so I'm going to put sort of like this one here and then revolve this one around here. Like this, to signify that that is actually a passage. Let me just draw some lines like this and just draw like this so the players can see that it's a passage. Right. Let's see if we got a nice summoning circle. I know I've got some. That's Misty's, whatchamacallit, Ark. Hassle 3 Dark Towers. Dark Modern World. Okay, I actually know which one I want because I think I have it in another setup. Hang on a minute, right. Miscellaneous transmogrifier. Okay, I think it's in Brigadoon. This is when I wish that I had named it properly. And these are all the monsters. Handouts. jukebox player. Oh, no, I wonder whether or not it's literally just a map. Okay, let's do this. Let's go into Brigadoon and see if we can find it. Here it is. So Brigadoon was my first ever D&D 5th edition campaign. And I don't know if you're familiar with the story of Brigadoon. So this was actually somebody's house. They sort of like had to come in. This was a pit trap. That was a trapper in there. So it was quite a nice thing. It was real. I really enjoyed the campaign, but it had to go in the end. Oh, look, this is the portal I wanted, but it's actually part of the map. It's not actually a separate portal. Look. Oh, poo, that's annoying. Okay, let's go. This was a nice adventure. I did enjoy this. The story of Brigadoon is that, of course, the island only appears once every certain number of years, and that's what I wanted. These were the characters, but so that was Big Beasties. That was Flat Batteries. I'm not too sure who played these other characters. Because we didn't play it for long, and people got cross with me, and I just sort of like left with a tail between my legs. I think that might have been. This is a good. Oh, was this like a? I think this one was a Dragonborn, if I remember rightly. But it was a good campaign. It had a lot of potential to it, but I moved away from it and came on to Mithras instead. Which I know is not everybody's cup of tea, but I enjoy it, and that's all that matters. Right, let's see. Let's just put circle in and see what we've got. Oh, look. We've got some... oh, here, look. We've got a blood circle. Brilliant. It's a bit big and a funny size, but I think it's meant to look flat on the wall. So we're going to put this summoning circle here. Let's take it. Let's pop it onto the... Oh, no. Let's pop it onto the map layer chunk. So now it can't move, which is good. Okay, so the first thing that I want, I want some real skeletons in here, sort of like proper skeletons, and they shouldn't take much. They'll easily be dispatched because of hopefully what will happen. I'm hoping what will happen is the cleric will turn them. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, look, there's some sarcophaguses here. Oh, nice. this is quite a big one. So let's pop this one down here. Let's see. We just need some normal everyday skeletons. I'm trying to remember to sort of... Oh, spooky skeleton! I really love those. I'm going to have to use them. They're not sort of... well, perhaps I can't. Perhaps I can't. There's a pack here called Basic Undead. Maybe they will be better. Yeah, right. We get rid of Spooky Wookie one. Oh, that one's only got... I can't have that one. It's got no legs. Right, we need this one. These are good. So these are going to be like skeletons that are going to rise up from here. No, I don't want another skeleton. I want another coffin. I want another one there. Let's just bring this to the front so it sits on top of it. Oops. There we go. Right. So we need that's a skeleton follower. So let's go to our Mithras encounter generator. This is where we go for this. Let me just call up this one as well, because we'll need it in a second. Let's just type in skeleton, see what we get. We just want, please, a normal everyday skeleton. That's all we want. Just a normal skeleton. See what we've got. Here we go. Skeleton. A bog standard skeleton. That's all we need. Okay, then 7925. So we take that. We pop that in here. Don't ask me why this works. It just works. Select all that. Copy it. And then in here, we're going to start a new character. We're going to call it skeleton. And then we're going to use selected token there. And we're going to drag that onto there like that. Save changes. Then I'm going to go up to this button. I'm going to press that, paste it in, and import. And that should bring everything into here. Okay, then. So we've got some issues here. We only want them having 2 action points. That's all they need. These are a bit tough. Where's my MOOC page? These are the standard. These are as well. The thing is, I don't think they're going to be around for that long. These. I'm hoping that the cleric turns them quite. I just feel that these are a little bit. Let me just go down to biped. Whoa. Oh, we can't have those. Okay, then. So let's. What are the standard? We'll probably keep them at this 44563334. Yeah, we'll leave them like this. We'll just start off with something that's less than the characters, and then that's fine. Okay, so that's all right. Let's just take that off there like that. They're quite tough. We won't give them a shield or anything like that. We'll just say that they're fighting with, say, let's give them clubs that are actually like table legs and things like that. Let me call up my rule set. And remember that the rule set is actually free of charge. So you can go and use this anywhere you want. A club is 1d6. Okay, then, and it's medium. Club 1d6 medium. And that's all we really need for that. So they're literally coming up with chair legs or bits of bone or something like that, which is good. Reduce. Oh, this is interesting. Look, they actually have reduced damage for slashing weapons, which would be fun. That'd be fun. So that's that. So when they come down, as the party comes down, these skeletons will sort of like animate. Okay. As the party enter the cellar by coming down the stairs, the summoning the spell for animating the skeletons will have finished, and they will animate and leave their coffins to attack party. Okay, so now let me call up the rules. Because clerics have let me just pull this up for you so you can see what I'm seeing. There we are. Let's just oh, I've moved the wrong thing there. Let's just back that. Let's do so we can put that there. So turn undead. Clerics may turn here, look. Clerics may turn undead, driving them away by means of faithful load. Turning is on page 28. Turning power. Here we go. Turning undead. Clerics on any alignment may attempt to turn any undead within 30 feet. Okay. Evil clerics can choose to control. You may attempt to turn undead once at rank 1, twice at 3 times. Okay. After that, you need to rest for an hour. The cleric's turning power modifies the total intensity of the undead who are successfully turned. This is equal to 1d6 plus 2 per additional rank above 1, and should be noted on the character sheet, as the character uses it whenever they succeed as a turning attempt. For example, at rank 2, Alexander has a turning power of 1d6 plus 4. Okay, then. So the turning power needs to be there, and so we can look at that. To attempt a turning requires an opposed roll test using the channel skill versus the relevant creature with the highest willpower in the area effect. The degree of success determines the effect of the attempt. They issues command to the... Okay, then. Oh, so a normal success, your turning power in intensity of undead are affected, starting with the low intensity first. If insufficient turning power is rolled to affect anything, then it goes on. The character repulses undead. Got you. Okay, then. So I understand this. So what's the intensity of these characters, of these skeletons? Let's have a look. Cancel that and do that. It's normally their intelligence, their intensity. So I'm thinking 11. It's quite high, isn't it? Okay, hang on. Let's go to the rule book. Because down here there's some example monsters. Skeleton, here we are. Yeah, 8, look. Okay then, so let's make them 8. Let's make that 8. That'd change a lot of things. They always get everything always gets 2 action points, so that's all right. Intensity 8. Okay, then let's bring these rules back up. Back to the cleric. All right. So the cleric have 1d6 plus 4. Or 1d6 plus 2. So the maximum they can turn is 8. Right, so let's make these skeletons a little bit more docile. And let's give them an intensity of 3. Just for sake of arguing, so they have a chance to turn them. I might even put 2 down. I mean, they are sort of like just slaves. They're just like servants. That's all they are. Okay, then. And then we've got... Oh, look. A skeleton lich here would do fine for Jezebel. I like that. Hey, Rodney. How you doing? An intensity of 1. That's even better. Let's just alter that. That makes perfect sense. Let me just open my Restream chat, because I think you're in I think you're currently on zombies, if it matters, are 2. Nice. So this is Jezebel conjuring up her dead father, the wannabe necromancer. So she summoned the sort of like basics. So Rodney, just while you're here, is the idea, we were just reading about clerics, and here it says the The turning power modifies it. This is equal to 1d6 and should be noted on the character's sheet. So is that like rolled prior to anything? Is that something that the clerics roll right the way at the beginning and that's their turning power? Is that the idea of it? Or do they cast it every time? No, roll each time a success is rolled. Nice, nice. And can passions alter it? Can passions alter it? Say they sort of like have hatred to skeletons. Oh, no, I see. So that wouldn't affect the turning power. It would affect the channeling roll, wouldn't it? I think that's what it would do. So it could sort of like boost the... it could make it a crit or something like that. It would increase the size of the crit, etc. So it's an opposed roll, isn't it? Opposed roll test versus channeling versus the willpower. Okay, then. Let's get that written down. Turning undead equals opposed roll channeling versus willpower of, oops, don't need that, of dead. And then I put any passion will can be applied to the channeling roll. That's cool. That's good. Okay, people. So now what I really need now is that I need a monster for Jezebel's long lost dad. And I'm thinking I might want like a haunt. Oh look, there's a spiritual hammer spell. I used to love spiritual hammer. Oh, what a great image as well. I love it. Just whacks somebody on the head. That's excellent. Come on. That is so good. I love that. Whoever drew that was excellent. Whoever drew that was excellent. I can't make out the author's name, but that is fantastic. I love that. Really do love it. This must be the holy symbol. Or something in its hand. I know in D&D, they had to have a small miniature hammer to cast it. Nice. Okay, then. I just came across that randomly. I don't want something. Oh, hang on a minute. The cleric can only turn once per hour, can't it? What I don't want to happen is for the party to dispatch the skeletons, find something undead in the next room, and just turn it. That's what I don't want. I don't want that at all. That's why I was thinking maybe something more like spirit-like. You know, like a haunt in so rather than it having substance, it actually I might create something. The thing is, it doesn't really need to be a real monster. Okay, then. So right. So what do I actually want it to have? This is when I suddenly become super creative and the party has no idea what is hitting them. So I want it to have some kind of a fear effect. I really want that to happen because I think when it first appears, you know, I want this spirit to appear from nowhere. And the first thing that I want it to do is to have some kind of fear effect. So that's the first thing. Okay, then. Maybe I should say that only magical items and spells can damage the spirit. Now I'm saying that because, let me just save it. In the current adventure, deep in here, there's a +1 weapon here. So that's bound to sort of like be used. So that gives them one way of attacking them, but they've also got spells as well. I want them to be quite scared. That's what I want. I want them to sort of like feel, oh my Gideon, what is happening? And can only be attacked by magical items. So that's good. We can have that on it. Terrifying ability on page. Right, let's have a look. 1-1. Oh, is that in 148? Is that imperative or classic fantasy? Imperative. 148. It's not on my 148. Oh, thank you. Hey, Junda. What is the game you're I'm prepping for a game called Classic Fantasy Imperative. That's what we're working on at the moment. So we're just doing like the final scene. So the party will come down this dungeon thing. So hang on, let me just save that. Let me just go back. So as they come down, they've entered the house, and as they come down the stairs, there's a door that has a riddle on it. Despise I am by knave and liar. After me the wise inquire. I rise above all death and fire. What am I? The answer is truth. But the party will have to do it via what's known as a conflict roll to try to figure it out. And as they're trying to figure it out, I've got mobs fighting them from the other direction as well. And then they actually, once they get through the door, they come into this cellar area here. And the Jezebel, who is this character here, has just finishing. Yeah, so I have, where are they? So this is the player's handbook. This is the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons first edition. So I still have that. It's all right. I'll be 57 at Christmas. So you're probably playing it the same time as I was. Right, let's. This one, here we go. 148. Oh, yes, this is much better. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. Just so you know, Rodney Leary, who's in the chat at the moment, he's actually the creator of Classic Fantasy Imperative. So we're lucky to have him in the chat. So he's telling me the answers to everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, isn't it just? Isn't it just? I'll be 60 in April. So stay off my lawn. Yeah, I do. I have, do you know, I have here, I have, did you have Unearthed Arcana? Did you have that book as well with the Cavalier in Chat for Wheels? That my Fiend Folio and Monster Manual 1 must be in the garage somewhere. I need to go and find them. But because I had Fiend Folio, Deities and Demigods, and Monster Manual 1, and then I had so that was Unearthed Arcana, and it brought in the thief acrobat as well, which I loved. I've also got, I don't know if you had this one, the Dungeoneer Survivor Guide. And I also had another one called Oriental Adventures. And I was saying this on my stream this afternoon. We're talking about Spelljammer. Look, the original first edition for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons by Jeff Grubb, Spelljammer. Those were the days. Those were the days, weren't they? Okay, then. It's so terrifying. It forces you unopposed. Success indicate. Oh, I see. So it's unopposed. Oh, yes. So we can have that. We can do that. Let's add that to our. And this that I'm using at the moment is something called World Anvil, which is absolutely fantastic. I keep all my I keep all my adventures on here. And opposed willpower check. And what happens if they fail? I might just cause them to flee in terror. Oh, I hope somebody fumbles. Okay, so flee in terror. Okay, that's cool. We'll just put or flee in terror, fumble, or unconscious. Well, somebody told me that I was hang on. Right. I was showing people this one. Which is Ruins of Undermountain, Forgotten Realms. And that's in a lovely box. Even a success has a small penalty. I don't know whether let's see what a success does. Oh, only critical success of is shaken for 1 round and cannot attack offensively. Well, and that's not a huge amount of time. That is just I think there'll be it's a bit like press advantage, isn't it? Cool. That's cool. Right. I don't want to kill them all off. I really don't want to do that. Right. Is there anything else that is really nice that we might be able to put in here? Engulfing sounds so interesting. So they'll have this. I want. I want it sort of like, what else can I give it just to make the party panic? Let me just I wonder whether or not I can make its damage I'm wondering whether or not I can make the attack actually do no damage, but drains the warp from them, causing them to gain a level of fatigue. I could be really mean, actually, and do a 1d3 level of fatigue. Even 1 level of fatigue drops them down considerably. I quite like the idea of that. That when he strikes, it does no damage, because you'll be able to. Fatigue is dreadful. It's really nice in the game. I think it's a great mechanic. But do you know, my eye has been twitching all day on the left side. If it's not my arm or leg twitching, it's my eye. It's so annoying. It's not hurting. I could just feel it twitching all the time. Quite like those. I'm going to share something with you. So, Tegan, who is the mage in the party, texts wants to have a bit of a break and then come back when we're playing Mithras. So I thought I'm going to create a character to as an NPC. So I've created this dwarven magic user called Ruff the Stoat. That's his name. And I was reading the spells, and there's a spell called Pet that allows you to see through the eyes of your pet. So he actually does have a pet stoat that sort of like wraps itself around its neck that looks a bit like a fur collar, you know, which I love. And he actually has daggers and a light crossbow. He's really bad at them. 37. His combat style is called Wish Me Luck, which I love. I thought that was so funny. He's actually got animal handling as well, which I thought was so funny. You know, so that's, I'm going to pop him in because I think sometimes you need to play a character to sort of like see how they work. Look at the ability called Spirit in the page 118. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at Spirit. 188. Well, right. So it looks like spirit means that they have to go into spirit combat. Is that right? So we might be able to put. We need to look at this. Spirit page 188. Nice. Yeah. I was just thinking, it talks about the spirit envelops the victim within its incorporeal form. And I just wondered what would happen if the spirit envelops another player and the other player still tries to hit the spirit with their magical weapon. I was just trying to think out, what's the actual ins and outs of that one, I wonder. I tell you what we do need in here. Let's see if we've got any here. Okay, let's go up here. Let's see if I've got. That's not scary enough. Oh, these are nice. That's good, isn't it? Oh, I like that one. Do I need to look any further? Some of these are nice, but I think they look too... I like that one. This is the one that we're going to have. Actually, I might make her be summoning it from in here. And then this coffin here be over like so. Nice. That looks good, doesn't it? I love that spirit. It looks so good. Right. So we've got that. Let's just correct that spelling mistake. But so the other thing that I've got to think about in here. So one of the nice things about World Anvil is that if you've already got an article on it, you could just type @ and then start typing it and it creates the article for you. And what that actually does when I'm reading it like this is that you can actually hover over these and click them and it'll take you to the character or the NPC, etc., etc. So it's really good to sort of like click backwards and forwards. And then, of course, I have everything on my overview here. And these are all the different scenes that I can click to as I go through. What is she going to have? Do I want her to have anything? It's a toughie. Can I say that if you ever play Classic Fantasy and you're going to be a mage, take mage armor or whatever it's called, because it's honestly, it's unbelievable. I love it so much. Magic armor, it's called. So it gives you 4 points. Let me just call it up. Let me just open this. You're coming on in a second, don't worry. So you have to remember, the first thing that you have to remember, unless they can't wear armor, a bit like D&D. What's it called? Armor. Here it is. So this is the armor. When cast, it's gifted with, okay, it has 4 armor points in each location. Okay, and it won't actually, the spell will persist until dispelled by magic or the caster sustain 8 points of damage in a single attack, +1 per level of additional intensity. So here you can see that it can actually be increase the intensity. So like an intensity 4 would cost 6 magic points to cast. Okay. Now, it doesn't persist. I feel really bad about this because I'm sort of like being a player, unpicking the rules. So 6 magic points. It can't continue with sleep. Okay, so once you go to sleep for the night, that's it. You need to recast it. But I think I'm right in saying that a short rest, which is 15 minutes long, you get back 1 magic point. So a mage could cast it in the morning, and then rest, take short rests, 6 short rests, and get all its magic points back, ready to go off and fight. You know, so they're not sleeping; they're just resting, and I think that's right. I'm not 100% certain. Rodney will tell us if it's not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 3 + 1 level of intensity. I think that should be 7 there, but I'm not too sure. I just suddenly thought, wow, this is a nice spell to have up. So back with Jezebel, I think she's definitely going to have some spells like armor. Everybody should have magic missile no matter what. I think it should be a be and an end all. And I don't know whether or not I want her to have any more spells, because I'm wondering whether or not the party is going to be pretty defeated at this point. But they might try to attack her through the spirit. When the spirit of her dead father is dispelled or killed, Isabel will collapse to the floor and will not offer up any more resistance. She is drained of power and has had the one hope in her life removed. With her father dead again, she will not know what to do and will throw herself on the mercy of the party. Okay, so this is I love situations like this. And I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for role playing and everything. Because I sort of like think, okay, then, so what's actually going to happen? And I can almost like decide that Brasive, who's the half-orc fighter played by Captain Kangaroo, he does want to kill her. It's whether or not Ida, the cleric, stops him and sort of like says something else. Belle, I'm not too sure, the rogue, which way she would go. Mr. Pickles is always difficult to predict. So I have no idea where they would go. They'll get some. I need to think about the treasure. What treasure they will get? Oh, hang on a minute. Right. If Percy is still with the party, he will take any opportunity once in the cellar to turn against the party to try and restore Jezebel's faith here. So I've got like this character that could be on the player's side. So I've got the opportunity for him to sort of like turn on them and actually, you know, stab someone. And if need be, I've got Ruff the Stoat with them now. So he could stab the NPC, you know, if rather than killing one of the characters. I don't think I want. I think Jezebel's combat is done. She summoned her father. And I think now the idea is, okay, then what do you do? You know, what do you do with Jezebel? Do you let her go? Do you imprison her? The other thing is, I'm wondering whether or not the players can take over the house, you know, as a... this is the conclusion part. Outcomes. Do you know, I was just thinking about them taking charge of the house. People arriving at the house. Items that they find in the house. Evil spirits. So that if they decide to stay in the house, there's plenty I can get out of that. Money. Will the village pay the party with some small amount of money? Are there any riches in the mansion? Yes, I will do. During a short rest may not be done more than once. Oh, I got you. I see. So yeah, so they would get one back, and then that would be it for that hour. And how many hours before they need sleep again? That's be an interesting question. Magical items. Now, this is the one that I have real issues with, because in all the other campaigns, I don't have magical items, but I feel that classic fantasy imperative sort of like it's part of the system. So I'm getting used to it. It's one of those things that you don't want to give the party something that changes everything. It's a bit like when we are playing Spelljammer, and the last big battle, the cleric that Captain Kangaroo was playing said he was going to cast a spell that sends the dragon to another plane. Okay, he was sort of like 7th level or something like that. And that just had a roll or something like that, a saving throw, which is all right because the monster had legendary saving throws and things like that. But it was interesting that it was only afterwards. I mean, he didn't manage it, or he did manage it. I can't remember. The only time, it was only when I was reading the spell components of that spell that states that you need like a 10,000 gold, a diamond worth 10,000 gold pieces. So there was a limitation there, but it was a limitation of money and trying to get the component. So we can give weapons, armor, protection. Scrolls would be a nice one. Potions. I'm not too sure whether or not do you know, Rodney, I think I would still, if you only choose magic items equal to, you should be okay. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything that I fancy. Oh, I noticed Power World Kill. What? The successful casting of this spell will kill either a single character up to rank 3 or size 60. That fail a resistance throw. The spell is a drag, which will... Oh, this is really nice. I like this. The spell is extremely draining on the caster, with each casting causing an automatic loss of 1 level of fatigue. I like that. That's nice. Right, let's find some... No, we're not having a bag of holding. This is nice. So I love playing magic users, you know, and what really bugs me at times, not all the time, but does, it's just like a fighter doesn't have anything that says you can only hit with your sword 14 times in the adventure. But, you know, with magic points, you've only got a limited number of magic points to sort of like cast, haven't you? And then that's it. So I really like this idea of an Amulet of Magicka. I really like that. Oh, these are shields. I like the idea of a shield. Oh, that's nice. Right, let's pop some of these down. Magical shield. I like the idea of that. Amulet of Magic. I like that. Oh, this is what I would love. There was a D&D there was loads of D&D really good magical items that I loved. Was it the Staff of the Archmage? No, Staff of the Magi, yeah. The staff has the following powers that do not drain charges. Oh, do you know, I'm just on the DMG, and when I smell it, it smells that when I was like 14, 15 or 16. Do you know what I mean? It has that smell about it. I think I had a cleric with a Staff of the Serpent. I feel that I want to give a potion of invisibility for Belle. So that's almost like one thing each, I think there's sort of like one thing for each person, and we can leave it like that. We'll just say that they're in the house somewhere. Do you know, the thing that's worrying me at the moment is that because the players play Mythras in a non magical items, they're not looking for the magical items, if that makes sense. So they're not sort of like checking bodies to see who's got them or what. And they've passed up 2 already. And I just sort of think, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? I must admit, I did think in this last battle, let me just, I don't know if you've seen it, but in this battle here with the ogre, he actually rolled damage. Oh, nice. I'll give all my, that's the sort of magical item that I would love to have as a player, because I would just feel so tough as a player, a magic user player. What was it? It was right near the beginning. That was Belle's sling going off. Oh, it was before. Yeah, the club did 11 points of damage to Ida's leg. I really did think I was just going to wipe out a leg, and we're going to lose a party a member of the party straight away. Can I just say, and I know I always talk about this, so this is the virtual tabletop that we use. If I just go into a preview of Ida, I just think this is what she actually sees as she moves around. But can you see up here? There's the red glow of the mushrooms, and down here there's a blue glow. And if I come over there, can you see there's a green glow and a brown glow? I just think that is so fantastic. I love it. I really, really love it. It can really give sort of like a depth. And then if I go on to Brasive, so as he comes down here, can you see his dark vision is kicking in? So he can still see down this tunnel. The grey bit is his dark vision. So everything appears grey to him in dark vision. I just love it so much. I do, really. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. Okay, right. I don't know about you, but I often get limited with creativity. I sort of like get to a point that I've sort of like written down what I need to happen, and then I need to think about some of these possible outcomes. And to get some spirit combat, I'm going to read up. It is good, isn't it, Rodney? I love it. I love it. And then on top of that, you have like, I don't know whether or not you'll hear this or not. You probably can hear it now, can you? So I have things like I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the background of the cavern. So this is what people have as they're going around the dungeon. I love it. It really, it's very immersive. And the nice thing, you probably can tell, as I start to speak, the music drops. So if I put it onto this one, as soon as I start to speak, the music drops. As soon as I've stopped, the music will come back up in level, which is brilliant. I love it. Yeah, I remember playing around on the kitchen table with floor pans and little miniatures that I spent hours painting. But really and truly, you know, if you think Medivac and I live in the same sort of like city, but that's it. Everybody else is far, far away. And I don't know if you know, Rodney, but we've got Dan True coming to GM the Book of Schemes for us. That starts next Saturday evening, so I'm looking forward to that. I get to play a character. I've gone with the one with the magic, unsurprisingly. So that should be good. So that would be excellent. So, yeah, so we've got a lot done tonight. I'm really pleased about that. And it's really good that I feel that we're on our way with it. So we've got them returning to the village. And that's when they'll meet Ruff. We got them in the tavern. If you remember, they're going to go back to the tavern and meet what they think are skeletons, but are not really. They're skeleton followers. Then they're going to go through the forest. And if you remember, in the forest, there's going to be an attack here. So there's some followers on the ground. But can you see there's also some followers up in the trees? Firing down with their crossbow bolts. Then they go into the residence, okay, which is here. And when they first go into it, there's people firing out of the top windows and dogs that are running up with grip and grapple on them. So they're going to go and attach themselves. And we got some people at the back as well who've decided to go that way. So on the ground floor, let's get rid of Belle. We don't need her anymore. We've got this room of spiders, and there's a rogue spider here. Let me just... I think this has got... it's all right. That's better. There's a rogue spider here and here. And then they come to this room where they'll have the attack going this way and them trying to find out the riddle with a conflict pool at the base. And then the first floor is still there, but nothing else is going to happen. And then in the attic, there's nothing in there at all. And then in the cellar, when they come through, these skeletons are animate. And then this is the necromancer spirit and Jezebel there. I know. Do you know when you get excited about like an adventure? I can't wait for the party to see what they do. And I tell you what, I really can't wait to see what they decide to do with Jezebel. Whether or not they kill her or let her go or what. That's going to be a really interesting. And the players are really good because they'll say something like, I'm going to go with whatever my passion role is. So they're likely not to make the decision themselves. They'll try to relate it to a role. And I think even somebody like Brasive might say, I'll try to roll my willpower. And if I succeed, he's got a very low willpower. If I succeed, I won't kill her or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And I love it when they do that. It's so much fun that they just go from their dice roll and then see what happens. So, and then we got Book of Schemes coming up with Dan, and then we'll play this adventure. And then after that, we are then going on to Mithras. Tickety Tex is going to come back and play our first animist. And so that's going to be a high-end adventure because they've got high skills. I'm really looking forward to that as well, playing that. And then after that, it's going to be M-Space, I think. After that, we're going to start the new campaign after the Vampire Wars, which is going to be a mixture of Shadowhunters and Call of Cthulhu. That's what that's going to be about. And we started to make characters up about that. So we'll have 1 or 2 adventures with that. And then we'll go back to M-Space. And then it'll be, Destined, then M-Space, I think it is. And then that's it. We'll just keep going round. So, and that's why I think Mithras is such a good system with Classic Fantasy, Destined, M-Space, after the Vampire Wars. It's all the same system. So we're never having to change. And the other thing is the party has a real sort of like mess around in the sense that Bartleby's a very non-combat person in Mithras, but then Mr. Pickles plays... what's he called? What's he called in Newman? He plays Newman in in M-Space. He plays Newman, who is a very combat-driven person. So, you know, everybody sort of like has that change in their characters, you know, which I think is brilliant. This is where we left it in the last adventure. Wasn't it? Yeah. Newman here. There he is. Meanie Newman. Okay, people, I'm going to call that a night. Thank you so much for coming along. Please remember, if you know any of the players... Oh, Darth, how did your raid go? I'm just finishing off, or are you just about to start your raid? Do tell me. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. Currently in it. Oh, wow. Have fun then. Have loads of fun with it. I hope you do. And thank you for everybody coming round. But please remember, don't tell the players anything. Good luck to you, Darthy End. Let me just...
Hello, Darthy End.
Yeah, good luck with your adventure, your raid in WoW as well. I really do think you'll go for world first and you're not telling us. Yeah, so I'll see you later on. Thank you for coming along and thank you for all your support. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I will chat for wheels. I will. We're both in WoW. Nice. Excellent. I feel that I need to get the game and start playing my Warlock again. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, people, thank you so much for all your support. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'll catch you all later. Until then, look after yourself, everyone. And I will look after yourself. And remember, if it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Okay, see you later. Goodbye.